It was a stormy evening in the city, rain pelting against the tall glass windows of Ethan Cole's penthouse. The CEO of Cole Industries, one of the largest real estate empires in the country, stood by the window, staring at the skyline that he practically owned. His phone buzzed constantly, filled with messages from lawyers, investors, and the board of directors. Yet for all his wealth, his eyes were empty. Success had come at a cost, his wife gone, his friends distant, and his humanity buried beneath numbers and profit margins. Then, amidst the storm, came a knock at his door. Not the confident knock of an assistant or delivery boy, but soft, trembling, almost desperate. He frowned, annoyed. Who could possibly be here at this hour? He opened the door, and froze. Standing there was a little girl, no older than 8, her small frame soaked from the rain. Her face was pale, her lips quivering, and in her shaking hands she clutched a torn teddy bear. Her eyes, big, brown, and filled with terror, met his. "Please, help my mom," she whispered, her voice breaking. "They hurt her, she's dying." For the first time in years, Ethan's cold heart skipped a beat. He dropped to his knees. "Wait, what do you mean, sweetheart? Where's your mom?" "She's at the old construction building," the girl sobbed. "The one with your name on it. Some men, they said we didn't belong there anymore." Ethan's blood ran cold. The old construction building, one of his company's redevelopment projects. The slum area they had cleared just weeks ago. His team had assured him everything was handled legally. He'd never questioned it. Until now. He grabbed his coat and scooped the girl into his arms. "Hold on tight," he said, rushing out into the storm. The building stood like a skeleton in the night, half demolished, wrapped in rain and shadows. Ethan's expensive shoes splashed through muddy puddles as he followed the girl's trembling hand. There. Inside that room. He kicked open the door, and froze again. A woman lay on the floor, bleeding, her breathing shallow. Her clothes were torn, her face bruised. But even in her brokenness, there was a quiet strength about her, a mother's strength. The girl ran to her. "Mommy. Mommy, please wake up." The woman's eyes fluttered open weakly. When she saw Ethan, she gasped. Recognition flickered across her face. "You," she rasped. "Do I know you?" he asked, kneeling beside her, pressing his jacket against her wound. She coughed, pain contorting her face. You bought this land. They came to clear us out. I begged them to give us time. My husband died last year, I had nowhere else to go." Ethan's chest tightened. "Who did this to you?" She looked away, tears mixing with the rain that dripped through the broken roof. "Your men. The ones who said they worked for Cole Industries." Ethan felt like he'd been struck by lightning. He immediately pulled out his phone. "I'm calling an ambulance." The girl clutched his arm. "Please don't let her die," she sobbed. "You're rich, you can help her, right?" The words hit him like a dagger. "You're rich, you can help her." He realized how meaningless his wealth had been when it couldn't undo the damage he had allowed. The ambulance arrived, sirens wailing. Ethan rode with them, holding the little girl close while the paramedics worked on her mother. The woman's name was Maria, and the girl was Lila. The doctor said she was in critical condition, massive internal bleeding from the assault. Ethan stayed all night in the hospital waiting room. For the first time in years, he didn't care about meetings or money. He only cared about the fragile lives he had destroyed with his indifference. When morning came, the doctor approached him quietly. "She's alive," he said, "but she needs surgery, and it's expensive." Ethan didn't hesitate. "Do it. Whatever it costs." The doctor nodded and walked away. Lila looked up at Ethan with wide, tired eyes. "Thank you, mister." He smiled faintly. "No, sweetheart. Don't thank me. I'm the one who should be sorry." Days passed. Maria's surgery was a success, though her recovery would take time. Ethan visited every day, bringing food, clothes, and books for Lila. Slowly, Maria's suspicion faded into cautious gratitude. One afternoon, she finally asked, "Why are you helping us? You could have walked away." Ethan looked down. "Because I'm the reason you're here. My company, my decisions. I let greed blind me. I thought money could fix everything. But your daughter knocked on my door and showed me what truly matters. Maria's eyes softened. Then maybe it's not too late to change. Her words struck something deep within him. That night, Ethan made a decision. Within a week, he called an emergency board meeting. Reporters, investors, and executives filled the conference room. Ethan stood at the head of the table, no longer the detached CEO they once knew, but a man transformed by guilt and compassion. He announced sweeping changes, new housing programs for displaced families, strict investigations into unethical practices, and a personal fund to help victims of corporate neglect. Some board members protested. "You'll lose millions," one shouted. Ethan's voice was calm but firm. "Then let it be millions lost for something good. I've already lost enough of my soul chasing profit." The room fell silent. Months later, Maria had recovered fully. Ethan offered her a job in the company's community outreach program. She accepted, determined to help others who had suffered like her. Lila, cheerful and bright again, often visited Ethan's office, running around like she owned the place. One afternoon, as the sun set over the skyline, Lila came running to him holding a small drawing. "Look," she said proudly. It was a picture of 3 people, Maria, Lila, and Ethan, holding hands in front of a house. Above it, in a child's uneven handwriting, were the words, "Our family." Ethan stared at it, his throat tightening. He had spent his life building skyscrapers, yet it was this small drawing that made him feel like he had truly built something meaningful. He knelt down and hugged Lila gently. "Thank you," he whispered. "For what?" she asked with a giggle. "For knocking on my door that night."